WWE must do this with Jey Uso or else, and I think it's make or break time for Jey Uso. We've seen this man's journey. We've seen what he's gone through. We've seen the adversity, the challenges, the triumphs. It's time. It is time. I am publicly calling for the Jey Uso army. The Yeet Nation, if you will. This man has it all. When you look at a pro wrestler and you look at the checklist that you put next to someone's name, and you look and you see, does this star have main event status written all over him? Jey Uso would be that guy. It is time that Triple H and WWE finally act on this. We've seen this man's journey from the early 2010s with his brother Jimmy Uso being paired with Tamina Snuka, for God's sakes, through their rebranding, their classic matches with The Shield and the Wyatt family. And then the rebrand, the darker, the edgier look of the Usos around 2016, 2017. What they were able to do with the New Day. All the years, all the matches, all the miles. You look and you see what Jey Uso did during the pandemic era with Roman Reigns. That was some of the best work of the pandemic era. You need to go back. You need to look at it. WWE, 4 years ago, planted the seeds. Main event Jey Uso. They elevated a guy that was a tag team player, was always looked at as a tag team player, and was always going to be a tag team player. He reinvented himself. He became a star. He went back to being a tag team player with his brother, elevating his brother to new heights. Ironically, he didn't do so hot without his brother, but I digress. And what they were able to do as part of the bloodline, the intertwines and the weaves and the twists and the turns with Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman. What he was able to do with Sami Zayn, seeing that Sami was not a real Uso, like brilliant storytelling. So now he's on his own. He's a single star. 2024 is the year of Jey Uso. Yeet Nation, if they have not coined it, if they have not trademarked it, I highly recommend they take over that moniker. He has the coolest entrance in all of pro wrestling right now. And that leads us to today's video. Because despite the fact that this man is over, despite the fact that he has the crowd reactions behind him, despite the fact that he is doing exactly what he needs to do, WWE booking is not backing that up. They've already made 2 big mistakes, and they have the potential to make a third. And I hope they don't do it. I'm begging them, and here's what I'm talking about. So we have Jey Uso be booked in a match against Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight title at Backlash France. Right? Then he's booked in the King of the Ring tournament against Gunther. What do those 2 matches have in common, folks? Losses. They resulted in losses for Jey Uso. We have Money in the Bank coming up. They have got to make this man Money in the Bank. He has got to win this ladder match. Go back to Backlash France. It was a clear cut. You didn't, A, need to have him in the match, but you did. B, you could have had him lose due to cheap heat from the Judgment Day. But no, what did you do? What did you do? What did WWE do? They used the Judgment Day against Jey Uso in the wrong way. They had them come in. He got pinned. He got beaten down after the match. Damian Priest didn't want their help. He stopped the beatdown. It was bad. No heat for Jey. No heat for Damian. No heat for Judgment Day. It was just, we're going to continue the storyline of a potential split, which, by the way, it's June, and they still haven't split. Then, King of the Ring. All right, we got to have him go through Gunther, right? What happens? Gunther beats him. Why? Well, because King of the Ring, it fits Gunther so well. And your point is? The man was a undefeated, dominant juggernaut of an Intercontinental Champion for over a year. And you still had him beat Jey Uso? Why? Because it fits his moniker. He just lost the Intercontinental title to Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. And your point is, Jey Uso is a guy. He's the guy that the fans want, the guy that is one of your biggest top stars, one of your biggest baby faces, one of, if not your top Raw star. Yet you beat him. What are we doing? So now we are just a few weeks away from Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank 2024. A ladder match that can make or break someone's career if they win the briefcase. It can make it like it has so many others, including our current World Heavyweight Champion, Damian Priest. Or it could break it. Remember Baron Corbin? Yeah, me too. What is he doing now? If you look at it, there's no other male star on the WWE roster that deserves the briefcase more than Jey Uso. They have got to get him the briefcase. They have got to get him the briefcase. He has got to cash in, and he has got to become a world champion. This is his path to success. This is his path to reach superstardom, to officially reach the mountaintop. An achievement that he has not done ever in his career, a world champion. It's time. And I'm afraid, as a Jey Uso fan, that if they don't pull the trigger on this, if they don't go with Jey Uso in this match, if they don't have him win Money in the Bank, if they don't have him win a major world championship, I'm afraid it'll be too late. I'm afraid the fans will start to not believe in him, because you can only believe in an underdog so many times, and when that underdog goes into a big moment, a big match, and doesn't get the big prize, you start to lose confidence in that underdog. You start not to believe as once you did. You start not to give the same support that you once did. I don't want that for Jey Uso. And I don't think WWE is going to screw him over 3 straight times, but you never know. I just want someone to sit down with Paul Triple H to look back and make sure that Jey Uso gets a fair crack at this. Now, what I do not want, and I think this could actually be a worse idea, do not put him in the match and not have him win. I don't care what your excuse is. Well, we're gonna have someone cost him, or well, he's gonna get screwed over, or whatever. Do not put this man in this match if you are not gonna go with him. You cannot do that. So that's my public discretion. Let me know down in the comments area below.